Hey guys, it's Undying OGC here from Original Gaming Culture, OGC for short. Today we have another Art of Conquest Hero Spotlight, and today we're going to be talking about Avalon, the king, the fallen prince of Silverwing. We're going to go over his skills, what how he works, how to build him. But first, let's start off with his lore. So Avalon, the fallen prince of Silverwings, Avalon seeks to raise an army and retake his homeland on the faraway continent of Drake, which I think is where we are now, but I'm not really a lore expert, nor do I pretend to be. I just know how to play the game. Not very well, might I add. So let's jump in and see how to gear Avalon. So the first thing to note about Avalon is he is the first key hero that we'll be covering in all of this. Meaning, if you play a race that has humanoids in it, dwarf, humans, naturally, rockin', and a little bit for Sliff, but not really, then Avalon is a super important hero and should probably be maxed out to 52nd. Jax is always number one. And arguably Mako might be up there, but Avalon, he should be one of your first heroes up to 50 if you play anything with a humanoid in it. So depending on your setup in what race you are, your Avalon is going to look completely different. So for example, I play Sliff, and for PvP and Siege and pretty much everything, I don't use the archers at all. Everything that I use is magical creatures. So that being said, I don't need to worry about specializing his items to suit the needs of humanoids. However, if I was going to, the first thing that I would do is find a weapon with a really high command. Maybe a flawless scepter, or if I had a spare flawless elven blade, that would probably give you the most bang for your buck when it comes to command. And then from there, he has two different sets. So the first one is the basic general set, which allows you to plunder more resources. This is something that it doesn't matter who it's on, but if you are sieging and you need to plunder, you need to have that hero out with this full set when you're going for plunder. It could be on Avalon, it could be on Elena, it could be on Talk. It doesn't matter who it's on, but you need it. I'm saying it's probably not going to be on Grimace because he'll want the Siege Mastery banner, so it would disrupt the whole set. That being said, I am using two different sets on Avalon right now because, again, I don't have humanoids that I need to worry about. However, if I was playing human, for example, I would want to focus on the dragon set. So the dragon set actually gives a ton of really good stats. Stats are king for PvP, but more importantly, the three-piece set gives you the the hero bonus of the morale of nearby troops will not collapse for the first 20 seconds at the start of the battle. That's huge for human archers. Maybe you're playing dwarf and you're running technicians on your front line. One of the biggest faults of the technicians in dwarfs is that their morale collapses and they just run away. Same thing with your spearmen. If you're human, the list goes on and on. Rock and monks, etc. So one way you can counter that, besides from Turtle, but specifically for Avalon or any other general, is the Dragon Hero set for items. Very good set. Next, under accessories, this one is pretty much standard across the board. It gives you +1 to Warhorn. We'll cover that more later, how important Warhorn is. And also, for anything that runs humanoids, you'll want a goblet. They're normally a purple equipment. I upgraded mine just because why not? So it gives +1 to his aura. His aura increases the health of all humanoids on your side in the battle. So that's important. And finally, if you are running humans, you would want to use the Archer banner for +1 skills. So I'll just quickly do him up as an example of what he might look like if I was running humans. Something like this, you can find a better weapon. Something similar to this. Your Alina, you'd want the full dragon set on. Your Talk, you'd want the full dragon set on. For PvP, you'd want the full dragon set on Grimace as well. Avalon does need the banner for human. If you're a dwarf, then you're more than welcome to run the whole dragon set. Keep your technicians up in the front of the fight a little bit longer. The last piece that I'll include in this is the High King Justice. This gives a bunch of command. Command is the main thing that you want on Avalon, especially if you're running humanoids. We'll get to that when we get into his skills. This also helps with his summoning. I wish mine was higher level, but the materials to enchant it you can only buy, and I'm not spending money. I'm sorry. So maybe if we get enough subscribers to this channel, I'll start putting some money into the game. So make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up button, and maybe someday I'll get this to 2 stars for y'all. But even at 1 star, you can get extra 15 seconds out of your summon humanoids, which for him would be summon archers. The 10 extra command helps out when it comes to his aura. Now, when we go to build our gold cap, get more troops out there, this would be a general setup for him. You'd want everything that adds more command. So that 16 command there, you get another 18 there, etc. If you're just starting the game, I don't know if I even have any, but if you're just starting the game, I do. I do not. I do. You can do the Radiant set. The Radiant set, if you're starting on a new server, gives +1 to natural leader, which will increase his cap. Even the 3-piece set, if you're starting out, you're in your first week of a server, that will help you out. But once you progress past that, you'll want to just go for command. Now, the other big takeaway is you will use Avalon in the Dragon Abyss. When you use Avalon in the Dragon Abyss, you will be using him for his summoned archers and his war horn. Sorry, not war song, his war horn. Those will help you clear the Dragon Abyss out the most. This is one of the setups. There's a bunch of different ways you can run Avalon when it comes to summoning troops. Obviously, the artifact that benefits all of the summons, that will help him out quite a bit. Since he summons archers, giving +1 to masters will help with that. All the command benefits most of his skills. This will just let him summon a couple more archers. And +1 to archer summary. The other thing that you could do is you could also run the goblet on this, since you will also be using Varian and Elena for more summoning humanoids in the Dragon's Abyss. So this is an option, absolutely. I just prefer having more archers out there because the archers deal most of the damage when it comes to the Dragon's Abyss. So those are 3 different setups, and then again, if you are not human, you don't need to worry about all of these little things. You can run whatever you want to give you the most stats. When we look at his abilities, the first one we have is Arrow Volley. This isn't a bad skill. If you do a Cleo hole in the in the backline, excuse me, to kick off the battle, you can then use Arrow Volley to kill enemy ranged units. It's not a bad combo. The only problem is currently very few people are running a squishy backline. In the current setup of the game, everyone's running a bunch of frontline melee units, sometimes 5, even 6 packs I've seen and be effective. So right now there's not really much of a use for it. Summon archers will summon a group of archers. These archers will increase from bronze to silver to gold depending on the level. As they increase, they'll do more damage. As this skill level increases, you'll be able to summon more of them. Next, we have Warhorn. This should always be either level 9 or 10 with the Warhorn item equipped to Avalon. This will give all of your nearby units a giant boost at the beginning of the battle. This is part of the reason why Cleo Hole is a common opener in PvP, because everything gets such a massive boost in the first 8 seconds as far as damage that you can counteract that by putting a Cleo black hole directly around Avalon so that it slows everybody down or disables them during that period of time. It's also important to note that Warhorn also affects heroes. So placing a Mako or Jax near Avalon to get that boost, there'll be a little symbol above their head that will help increase their damage right at the beginning. We also have Archer Mastery. Just like in any of the masteries, it will increase the health and damage of the human archers. This also affects summon archers, by the way. So if you summon archers, this will increase their damage as well and health. Then we have his aura. This straight up increases all humanoid units' max health. Do not forget, if you are any race besides Lich, there's going to be units that will benefit from this. Sliff, you have your archers. Dwarf, you have everything besides mechs and tanks that will benefit from this. Rock and everything besides your turtle will benefit from this. Human, everything will benefit from this. So that will help you quite a bit throughout the battles. And then we have Natural Leader. So with just 1 point into this, if you go to clear any areas, it will allow Avalon to have 3 troop units be able to be deployed with him instead of just the normal 2. So this is the setup that I'm running for right now. Again, I am not human. I have no humanoids in the battlefield, so I don't need anything. The only thing I really need from him is Warhorn. And the summon archers, once in a while I'll actually use it. It's not bad. Also, this is the setup that I use for clearing out the Dragon Abyss. I could probably get rid of the Natural Leader, but I'm not going to waste my free reset on that. And you don't need to, this isn't a set in stone type of thing. You can adjust your Archer Mastery with his aura to find the optimal level for you so that you can clear the Dragon Abyss and have it suit your playstyle. For a setup, if I was to play human right now, this would be the setup. 1 in Natural Leader. I'd have Archery Mastery and his aura completely maxed out. Let me switch him back to what he would look like if I was playing human. All right, there we go. So the Warhorn would be there. That would have 8 base points, so it would be 9 total. So that I'd get a decent buff. Archery Mastery is there because human archers deal pretty much all of their damage. And 46%, that's quite a hefty boost. His aura, which is another 46% to all humanoids across your army, that's huge. That adds on with the archers. So your archers actually get 46% more from that, and then an additional 46% more health from this as well. So they're very important masteries to have. They might not be active in the battle. You might not see them do a bunch of cool looking things, but you can definitely tell the difference. And then, of course, Natural Leader. I just have one point. When it comes to queuing up troops, you definitely want to max out Natural Leader. It will give you 160 more bronze cap. That comes out to be 8 more gold troops if you have nothing in the masteries, in the hero research. If you have no hero research, that's 8 extra gold troops. If you have a few points in the hero masteries, it will give you even more. This is a general setup that I keep it this way just so if I ever go rocking or anything like that, I have max Warhorn, and I should figure out a way to get the max aura or switch those. I'm not gonna do that right now, but you guys get the idea. So let's see what he does with his troops. So let's go find something to fight. And I'll actually show you the difference with having no masteries and having a bunch of masteries. Alright, so this one, we're mostly looking at his aura. So right now all humanoids get actually 7%, and we're fine with that. So we're just going to come in and we're going to attack them. We also have the Warhorn going off. So let's see how well a pack of swords and a pack of knights fare versus this. It's important to note I am not a human right now. So they go out. They're taking quite some hefty damage. And let's just see how many ninjas that they were able to kill. See if they're able to kill a few. Looked like they took down about one pack. So now let's do the same thing, but let's set him up this time with a much higher level, so that the same troops that will deploy will have about 39% more HP. Let's just see if they live a little bit longer. Hello versus all of these ninjas. Alright, so last time we pretty much killed that one unit in the center of the screen last time. So now our troops are living a lot longer than before. You can go back, look at the timestamps for how long the battles lasted. There's quite the difference. So all in all, Avalon is a staple when it comes to your army. Doesn't matter what army you're in, he is useful. His last ability, the Natural Leader, will help you all throughout the game to get more troops. One skill spec should have that max just to help you queue up. Under the items, he varies drastically between what race you are, but optimize him to help you out. Always when you go to fight, have maxed out or close to maxed out Warhorn. If you need the aura, run the aura. If you don't need the aura because you're either Lich or you're Sliff and you don't do anything with humanoid units, feel free to go with the summons. If you're a human, don't waste the points on summons. The summons only help if it's like level 9 or higher. If it's not quite that high, it's really not worth it. Maybe level 8 might be decent, but focus on getting everything else done. That way your humanoid troops, your actual troops, not your summons, can do the best that they can on the battlefield. When it comes to the Dragon Abyss, definitely have a summon set up for him. For the Dragon's Abyss, you need Avalon with the summon set up. So that's going to do it for this video to cover Avalon. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take the video, post it all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Craigslist, wherever else you want to put it out there. And until next time, take care, guys. And tomorrow we will be going over Elena. All right, bye.